I want to take this off on a different tangent, Elamine. I want to get your thoughts on this one. Okay, so where they are right now, 9 points clear at the top of the table. For me, it's about controlling the controllables. It's about managing the manageables, okay? You don't want any distractions or unnecessary distractions that are caused by you, as in the team. Now, you've got Salah.
I know where you're going.
You've got Trent, and you've got Virgil van Dijk. Now, there's a good chance that Trent might end up at Real Madrid. Salah's the big one right now, and Trent as well is someone that it may or may not stay, but Virgil van Dijk as well. Do you think that the board should get together now and kind of say, we don't want this hanging over us. We don't want to reach February or March. We might still have a lead and Salah's still not signed a new deal. Could this just be the perfect time to give Liverpool fans a Christmas present and say, you know what? We've given Salah what he wants. He's signed a new deal. That's one less distraction for us.
Yeah, it would be a great time. I mean, look, like here's the fact, right? There is the situation that's going behind closed doors where reportedly like conversations are optimistic between Mohamed Salah and Liverpool, but we obviously don't have an extension and official announcement of anything yet. Mohamed Salah said his piece right after the win over Southampton regarding the fact that he hasn't really received anything right now, but apparently there's conversations. Then you talk about Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold. We began this episode by Janusz Michalek saying that you can't even differentiate who's more important. I couldn't agree more. Like, they're so important. So these things, regardless of what's happening behind closed doors, are going to throw a little bit of anxiety over the Liverpool fan base. Now, my hope, obviously, if I'm a Liverpool fan, and obviously it's what we think, is that Arne Slot is the kind of manager that's, that has a squad that's like, look, regardless of what's happening outside of, the pitch or in the training ground, we need to focus on what's going on right now. But regardless of all of that, you just want the football to be the focal point. That's all you want. Mm-hmm. So it would be great news for Liverpool to at least have an outcome of what could happen with Mohamed Salah and the other two. And yes, I agree. I think it would be a great time right now for Mohamed Salah and Liverpool to announce and be like, we've extended it, whatever, etc. But it has to be to the benefit of Liverpool Football Club as well, because there is a future after Mohamed Salah. It's not just about Mohamed Salah. So that's going to be the key thing. Liverpool have to think about what they want after he leaves, because there will be a Liverpool Football Club after this. This isn't Mohamed Salah's FC. This is Liverpool Football Club. So, that's going to be their biggest priority. But I'm not seeing anything on the pitch right now that's getting in the way of anything else. So it has to be working right now. All I know is this: Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mohamed Salah, and Virgil van Dijk are possibly the three, if not the three most important players, the spine of this team. You could talk about other players, of course, and they're going to want their futures rectified. But Liverpool has to take care of Liverpool. That's as far as we know. But if you're going to trust a manager to take care of all of this, it's Arne Slot.
I worry about that. So hard, because you have to be coordinated in it, right? You can't go just one. And, first and foremost, I don't see how they keep them all. And if they should, maybe Arne Slot knows that in order to build another generation of this Liverpool, you have to sacrifice that. I mean, think about it. Salah, what's he on? 300,000, 50? How much is he going to get? Van Dijk's going to come and he's going to say, hey, I want as much as that. I'm just as important. Trent may not, but I mean, Trent is probably the most important one because he is the youngest. You can get the most out of it, right? So I have a feeling something's got to give, and the idea is going to be in messaging. How's that going to be presented to them? How's that going to be presented to the rest of the team? So team has an understanding of what's happening, and the supporters as well, because, the massive mistake was made that they've allowed that to happen to all three, right? At the very least, they could have dealt with one or two players a little bit earlier. I think in a way, Jurgen Klopp made that easier for them, right? Because they could have made that decision. Klopp leaves. He left a good young team for Arne Slot, and maybe having signed one would have been the right one. But I think the players will deliver. Just remember that on January 1st, you on paper you could sign a pre-contract, right? So if that starts to leak out, and some of these, it could unsettle the team.
I will just add this very quickly, Andy. I think that a good thing would be for Arne Slot to maybe get with the team and just be like, and that doesn't even have to single them out, but just say, listen, everybody, if you're ever asked a question about contracts or whatever, at this point, because it's so crucial, just say, all I'm doing right now is focusing on the present. We're trying to win something. And I know it's easier said than done.
I don't even think he needs to say that to his players. The players are streetwise.
Well, maybe, but what did Mohamed Salah do after the Southampton game? He didn't say that. He was talking, he said very frankly, look, they haven't given me anything right now. My point is, like, maybe Arne Slot just needs to reconfirm, let's just focus on the present. But again, I think that the most important thing is for this entire team to focus game after game, game after game. And whether it's Real Madrid, Manchester City, Newcastle, Forest, Southampton, Ipswich Town, whoever it is, just focus on the job at hand. Because what they're doing right now is magnificent, not just in the Premier League, but in Europe.
It is. And there's not one thing that epitomizes how well Liverpool are doing right now. But if there was, it would be Darwin Núñez, who's maybe frustrated that he didn't get a start today, coming on, chasing everything down. No such thing as a lost cause. It's all for one and one for all. And that's the way that Liverpool are right now. And just to end up, Janusz, I want to end with this for Liverpool. I think they've got two massive strengths right now. One is themselves, and two is the opposition inconsistencies. Because you look at the league table, okay? 11 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat for Liverpool. 9 points clear of Arsenal and Chelsea. 7 wins, 4 draws, and 2 defeats. Then Brighton are in 4th, and they've had a sticky spell. And then Manchester City are in 5th. So if this continues, and I know Stevie Nicol won't want us talking about this because I've tried to say, what kind of champagne do you want when Liverpool win the He wasn't happy with that. But it's not just Liverpool's form right now. It's not just Liverpool's ability and Liverpool's strength. It's the opposition, Janusz, and their inconsistencies tied in with what Liverpool are doing. And there's your perfect storm.
Yeah, I mean, look, Liverpool are in control. I'm not, it's early, but they're in definite control. 11 points on City and 9 on Chelsea and Arsenal is a lot. That's a lot. So, I mean, if there's no significant injuries, because they are important, you can say today Konate and Bradley, but, I mean, look at Manchester City. We have to say, I mean, they've been missing key, look at where they were. They were at that level, maybe even better than Liverpool right now for many, many years. Yep. And look how quickly that has unraveled because of the leadership and the key players that are missing. So, of course, I don't wish that on Liverpool, but there's always that. You can think about it. I think what I like about this Liverpool team is it's not that just the younger, new manager, new ideas, but there's, I think, genuine and maybe even to a degree surprised hunger. Because I'm telling you, I can't believe that they thought going into the season with everything that was going on, Jurgen Klopp leaving, new unknown manager for most of these people coming into this team. Not one transfer, because I can't even consider Chiesa in this one because he's been injured the whole time, right? I mean, remember, everybody was saying, no, how Liverpool? They didn't strengthen the try. I think these players kind of sense that. They probably weren't sitting in the dressing room when Arne Slot says, hey, we're Liverpool. Our number one objective always is being number one. Of course, everybody says that. But, players are players, and they'll look around, they'll see, no, Jurgen, no this, that, or the other. So I think having such an unbelievable start to the season and the Champions League, I think all of a sudden you're finding like, hey, we can really do it. And then you have that renew, you're re-energized in a way, saying to yourself, this is like a bit of a freebie in a way. Not because it's given to us, we're fully taking it, but perhaps maybe we didn't expect it.
Look, medals are not handed out in December, but like in a golf tournament, you can lose it on the first day. You can't win it. It's what you do at the end of the season. But you tell me anybody that would want to swap places with Liverpool right now, you'd have the rest of the Premier League scampering to do so. A 9-point lead, and what a week it's been. They've dispatched Real Madrid, and they've now dispatched Manchester City. Enjoy your evening, Reds fans. Bye for now.